Can Mamata Banerjee be the new Sonia Gandhi? Can she lead the opposition against Prime Minister Modi and the BJP? Is that even possible? Trinamool leaders may be in their bombast already talking about a merger where the TMC leadership virtually takes over the Congress leadership, brings the likes of Sharad Pawar and the others who are opposed to the BJP on one common platform, try and restore the Congress to its old glory. Is this just talk and bluster, or can it be turned into reality? Joining me on this broadcast, representing the embattled Congress party, its spokesperson Pawan Khera. With us on the show is Saket Gokhale, representing the Trinamool. He was earlier very closely aligned with the Congress. He's part of those who've switched over and now believe that it's time for a new Congress to emerge and for the old Congress to fade. Rashid Kidwai knows more about the Congress than most people inside and outside. We've got Jayanto Ghoshal, who knows more about the Trinamool than most people do. And last but not least, for a perspective from the BJP, I have a former Congress stalwart, now in the BJP, Tom Vadakkan. I want to go to Pawan Khera first. Mr. Khera, as somebody who spent a lifetime in the Congress, what do you make of the likes of Mamata Banerjee saying the UPA is dead, the Congress isn't fighting, make way? Prashant Kishore makes a very important and valid point that in any other election globally, if you lose once, twice, nobody gets a third chance, you then make way for another leadership. The Congress is the one global political party where the Gandhi family can lead the Congress to defeat after defeat, and yet nobody else is allowed to come and take charge. Earlier, it was the opposition which was saying it in the form of the BJP. Voters were saying it. Now your former friends who are part of the UPA are saying the same. What are you, as a Congress spokesperson and somebody who's very concerned about the health of the Congress, making of all these fireworks?
Rahul, for a businessman to come and tell your editor, that because the party loses elections, it should go through a hostile takeover or whatever takeover or merger or whatever the corporate language this businessman has used. I don't understand that corporate language much because I am not a businessman. I am driven by ideology. So basically it means that because Atalji and Advaniji kept losing elections for 3 decades, they had no business to continue struggling for their ideology. Businessmen will never be able to understand what it means to be driven by an ideology. Ask people like me. With due respect to Mamata ji, I don't want to comment on her much because right now we are talking about, you call him an election strategist, I call him a businessman. Look at his own track record. He went to Andhra Pradesh. There is a fight between the brother and sister there. He went to Punjab. Look at where is Captain Amrinder Singh today. He went to Bihar. Nitish Kumar in his own home state is almost number 3 now.
No, but his job is to fight and strategize the campaign. What happens later? Boss, surely you can't blame Prashant Kishore for that.
Let me finish.
Yes, go on.
Let me finish, boss, please. 2017 Uttar Pradesh election. He was advising us. He failed. Now, if he wants to take credit for all victories, he should also take credit for the defeat. So, let's not waste your airtime on what a businessman has to say on my ideology. I won't take ideological lessons from a businessman. I'm sorry, I refuse that. If Mamata ji is happy taking advice from a businessman, good luck to her and her party. I have deepest respect for Mamata ji because she was in the Youth Congress. We've really been inspired by her when she was in the Youth Congress. She's a fighter. But if a businessman were to advise me on my ideology, I'm sorry.
Saket Gokhale?
आप सब जगह से गुरु दक्षिणा लेंगे, सबके गुरु बनना चाहेंगे, माफ कीजिएगा, मैं उनको अपना गुरु नहीं मानूंगा, ममता जी को गुरु.
Congress was in deep dialogue with Prashant Kishore to try and induct him in the party. That didn't work out. Now Pawan Khera calling Prashant Kishore a mercenary and a businessman, accusing PK of leading Mamata Banerjee up the garden path and building castles in the air. His charge is Prashant Kishore is taking Mamata ji for a ride.
Okay, look, I want to clarify 2 things here. Number 1, I'm not here to defend, Prashant Kishore or anybody. I represent the All India Trinamool Congress. So, I'm not here to defend statements made by anybody. That's their personal opinion. Number 2, umbrage to the fact that a three-time chief minister who's improved the seat tally with every passing election, that you would assume should be so gullible that someone comes and tells her something and she blindly believes it without thinking about it. So I take umbrage to that. Mamta Didi is a fighter. She's been in politics as long as anybody else has. She's won elections 3 in a row. So to make this assumption that, someone comes, whispers something in a years and she takes it as gospel truth, that's not true.
Pawan, you want to respond to that before I go to the others? That you are
Listen,
assuming that Mamta Di is so kaan ka kacha that Prashant Kishore will tell her something and she'll start thinking, okay, I can be the next Prime Minister. What she's saying, let's look at the facts of what's being said. A, the UPA is dead. B, this Congress is not fighting hard enough. Even if they think they are fighting, they're not winning. They lost in the last election 91.4% of the seats in which there was a direct contest between the BJP and the Congress. And if this was any other party anywhere else in the world, by now the Gandhis would be history and new leadership would have emerged.
Rahul, we all agree with what Saket is saying, that Mamta ji is a fighter. My only worry is that she's forgotten who to fight. In Goa, she's campaigning against the Congress. Whereas the ruling party in Goa is the BJP, for God's sake.
That's not true.
So, please don't interrupt. I didn't interrupt.
Saket, let him speak.
Saket,
I will not be able to run the debate like this. Let Pawan complete his argument. I'll come back to you later for an interjection. Pawan, go on, please.
So, if you are not a part of the UPA since September 2012, doesn't mean the UPA doesn't exist. There was a meeting only yesterday, and constituents came there. So, for her to say UPA doesn't exist is her own opinion, which is absolutely away from truth. The Congress alone has slightly less than 20% vote share, and her own vote share in the Lok Sabha is 4%. I challenge Saket to do a rally in Rajasthan, Himachal, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. He should choose the state, but it should not be a TMC state. And let's see how much crowd comes. And you challenge me. We'll do a rally as Congress party in West Bengal and you see the crowd. We are a pan-India party, for God's sake. Let's not fight each other. So, Mamta ji, as a fighter, should know who to fight.
Okay, you're saying she's fighting the wrong person, Jayanto Ghoshal. There is some merit because, I'll come back to you, Saket, in a moment. There is some merit in what Pawan says because if at all, the Trinamool makes... Okay, Saket, 20 seconds, quick interjection.
Okay. Number one, I'm sorry, it's not about, how many Lok Sabha seats we have in Bengal. And if Mr. Khera claims that we are campaigning against the Congress in Goa, then who was Congress campaigning against in the West Bengal elections? Number two, if the challenge is that do a rally, I'm sorry, I challenge their former party president to do a rally in Amethi. He couldn't hold his seat the last time. So they shouldn't give anybody lectures on doing a rally.
Okay. Jayanto Ghoshal, you understand Didi's mind better than most. What is she thinking? Because when she goes to Goa in this election, where apart from whatever the Congress is doing, the Aam Aadmi party seemed to be getting some traction. Now she's gone there, muddied the opposition water as it were. They may make some ingress, but it won't be enough to win against the BJP. If at all, her presence in a state like Goa splits the opposition vote further, and Tom Vadakan in his new capacity in the BJP loves what Mamta Banerjee is doing. So what is Didi thinking, Jayanta?
So far Mamta Banerjee is concerned, Rahul, I'm telling you with all responsibility, I talked to her on several times on this issue, on this subject. Mamta Banerjee never said that against Modi, the government, if opposition, they want to form the government, it will be without Congress. She has not said this. There is a communication error that there are several states, I know, and I am completely agree with Pawan, that there are several states like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, I don't want to repeat the names, everybody knows, that the Congress and BJP is the main opposition and TMC's existence, political existence is not there. But TMC has achieved in West Bengal and as a regional party, they want to grow. TMC is not giving a single candidate in Uttar Pradesh, where Akhilesh and Congress, they have not made the alliance. You are blaming Mamata Banerjee for Congressism, then why you could not keep Akhilesh in Uttar Pradesh? You know what is the mood of Tejaswi Yadav today? That only 10 seats gap and Congress took lot of seats and that's why Tejaswi is always repentant that Lalu ji ne bahut seat de diya तो वो तो सरकार बना लेते अगर कांग्रेस को सीट नहीं देता. तो इसीलिए दैट इज द थिंग. नाउ बॉम्बे कॉर्पोरेशन इलेक्शन इज कमिंग and Sivsena is saying that this time they will not go with Congress because Congress has become the liability. So now Mamata Banerjee is tried, and Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, he met several times. But you know, when state Congress leadership, each and every day Adhir Chaudhary is saying, Modi ji ke saath Mamata ji ka setting ho gaya. So there is a two-way traffic. Opposition unity is a two-way traffic. If you are so conscious on UPA, after election victory in the last 21, Rahul Gandhi took one day time to congratulate Mamata. So, you know, in politics also, there are a lot of personal things. Rahul Gandhi talked to Uddhav Thackeray recently over phone, and he is going to meet Uddhav Thackeray in Bombay. Rahul Gandhi can talk to Mamata anytime. What is the last occasion when Rahul Gandhi called Mamata Banerjee? She is a quite senior member of parliament for 7 times, now 3rd time chief minister. So,
let Pawan Khera respond to it. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, with his constant broadsides against Mamata Banerjee, calling the Trinamool an agent of the BJP, and you'd like Mamata Banerjee to take care of your interests when you don't worry about hers. The Ganga needs to flow in a way that the opposition is flowing together, says Jayanta Ghosha.
I think there is a communication gap here also. I didn't say we are asking her to take care of our interests. I'm sorry, when did I say that? Adhir Da is absolutely right. He has to bolster his own cadre there. We stand by what he is doing and what he's saying. We won't, you can't write our obituary in Bengal just because we lost elections. I mean, we are here for the long game. This ideology we've been fighting for the last 100 years, much before independence. So, for you, election victory because the businessman advises you
you are a very good friend of mine. In West Bengal, when CPM and Congress made alliance and Mamata Banerjee became the main enemy, that time it was not setting.
Okay.
In West Bengal, in the last election,
I couldn't get because
so, Rashid Kidwai, we know that there are many disgruntled elements within the Congress who've been poached by the BJP, Sushmita Deb, Luciano Falero. There are others, prominent names in the G23 included, who are in conversation with the Trinamool, and we saw some leaders in the Trinamool talk about the possibility of a hostile takeover or a takeover, that there is a rebellion which should build from within the Congress, saying that the Gandhi family is now a liability, they need to move away, and a new leadership needs to come in. Mamata Banerjee as a national proven face, a 3-time chief minister in West Bengal, is the ideal choice. That's the TMC's positioning. What are the internal dynamics on the Congress, especially amongst those who don't like the way the Congress is run right now?
Rahul, I think this is just a posture, a facade. Reality is altogether different. Coalition politics in India is determined by doctrine of necessity and strength of each and every individual political party. And all the fronts have been formed since independence for just to come in power, not to sit in opposition. So no front or combination works in opposition ranks. So when opportunity comes, all of them will come together. There is also a rule, a coalition dharma, which says that you are not supposed to comment on another political party's internal matters. This is happening because there are elections in 5 states. This is happening because many political parties want Congress not to win a single state. If Congress wins two states, and the state of Punjab and Uttarakhand, they will sit pretty. Nobody can deny Congress its role. Now when it comes to Prime Minister's post, it's open. Everyone knows that Rahul Gandhi will not be a contender unless Congress gets 150 or 125 seats, Lok Sabha seats, which at this point of time looks rather difficult and challenging. So this is it. I think we should not be reading too much into it.
Why not? You've got Congress leaders leaving the Congress. You've got others talking about how the Gandhi family is not being able to lead the party effectively, which is very clear because they still don't have a permanent president who's fully in charge. And you're saying we shouldn't take this seriously?
No. I am saying a coalition partner, another party, this is a rule of coalition dharma in India. All political parties have observed it whenever there was the United Front or UPA or a National Front or anything like that. Congress cannot decide who should be leading Trinamool. whether it is going to be Abhishek Banerjee next or whoever.
Okay.
Similarly, the Trinamool cannot determine whether Rahul Gandhi is performing or not performing.
Tom Vadakkan
And they
hasn't
know it.
spoken much so far. He hasn't
Don't
needed
go-
to.
that's what I'm saying.
Because
This is
at
a
this
posture.
time, from the BJP's perspective, they've got the opposition parties duking it out, and he's only thanking his stars that he's not Pawan Khera today and doesn't have to do the hard lifting on the part of the Congress. Tom, what are you making of the fact that you've got the Trinamool now not just aggressively poaching, but trying to make inroads in states where the Congress thought that they were the principal opposition to the BJP? This is great news from your party's perspective.
Rahul, I must thank you to bring all these panelists whom I have known for years together, whether it's Pawan or the others here. I've known them and their views are known. Rashid is almost a contemporary historian of the Congress, and Pawan is a dear friend. And they all, I mean, even a senior journalist here, they're all friends. Now, I have no difference of opinion. There is a problem here. I agree with Rashid that there is opportunism at play, that all opposition parties would come for the final kill. But the issue is much more. We are very happy with Rahul Gandhi's position because he is our, one of the best options, if you look at it, Rahul, because you see, if Rahul is there, then there's nothing much to be worried about. We are very, we won't, I won't take Pawan on this issue because if Pawan differs on this, it's another issue. But I think he's the best.
Here is the irony. I have never seen anybody so delighted to have a particular captain leading the opposition, thinking, "Jab tak ye captain hai, tab tak theek hai. Koi dusra aa gaya, we don't know what will happen." For all you know, there may be a real contest. Till the time Rahul Gandhi is de jure or de facto in charge, the BJP is delighted, Pawan Khera. And this is someone, who's seen the inner workings of the Congress and is delighted with the fact that Rahul Gandhi is leading you into war. He says, you're the guy we need to face.
Rahul, even though Tom has been a friend, I can not let these cheap shots go. One comment by Rahul Gandhi, the entire government is out, entire cabinet is out, everybody attacking him. Whether it was COVID, whether it was demonetization, whether it was farmers, Rahul Gandhi has been proved right. And that's what burns the very blood of Mr. Tom Vadakkan. He regrets. What has he got in the BJP? He's worried. He's a worried man today. Ask me, I know Tom for 30 years now. He's a worried man. He regrets he didn't,
Why do you think he's worried? Why do you think he's worried, Pawan?
Because look at the way BJP is treating him. Look at the way BJP is treating him. So I feel bad for my friend. He needs to really prove more. He has to be more loyal than the king. So let him say what he has to. I'll not let it pass. Rahul Gandhi today is the only leader in the opposition. Whoever wants to claim, let them do that. Who takes the RSS on fearlessly. Ask Mr. Saket Gokhale, how many cases has the RSS filed against Mamata Banerjee?
I rest my case.
Tom Vadakkan?
I challenge them.
Pawan Khera just bowled you a googly.
How many cases?
He's asking, what have you got in the BJP? This is sniper fire.
What have I got in the BJP? I have been very comfortable with the BJP. They have made me the national executive.
If you don't have anything, you are
permanent
comfortable.
member.
If you have to work, then you won't be comfortable. You are very comfortable because they haven't given you anything. I feel bad for you.
And I
really feel bad for you. As a friend, I feel bad for you. Look at the way they are treating you. I thought you would get a ticket in Kerala. I thought you would get a Rajya Sabha. I am very sorry to see the way they are treating you. I feel bad for you. My heart goes out for you.
Okay, Pawan Khera, let him speak. Pawan, this is not fair. Pawan, this is not right and fair. Let Tom Vadakkan speak. Let Tom Vadakkan speak for himself. Tom, please.
I'm very happy man, Pawan. I'm very happy, but I agree with you that yes, Rahul Gandhi is the man we would like to fight. Mamata is taking up a position where she can be an opposition, the fighters on the opposition role. Rashid is right, absolutely right. They will try to join hands. You need the numbers. No, finally the numbers, if they don't come, then my friend Pawan will, blame the businessmen who's part of their team, who advised them on UP, and they were following. They wanted him to come join the party, but then strangely enough, something went wrong. God knows what went wrong. He suddenly is turned into a businessman, a mercenary, what have you. I mean, it's okay. You may have problems with him, but there are facts which he says. Don't shoot the messenger for what he says. He's carrying a message.
So after Mamata Banerjee, now the Kerala Chief Minister is the latest to hit out at Rahul Gandhi. Pinarayi Vijayan has slammed the Congress MP for his soft Hindutva politics, saying it will further weaken the Congress party. Vijayan's attack comes after the Trinamool chief hit out at Rahul Gandhi for only tweeting and not being politically active on the field.
This is a symbol of the crushing of the voice of the people of India. We are not allowed to discuss important issues in Parliament. We are not allowed to debate things in Parliament.
Rahul Gandhi raising the pitch and firing his latest salvo at the Prime Minister. But the Congress president in waiting is under a chain reaction of escalating attacks. Not from the BJP, but the opposition itself. With fast-paced rumblings of an anti-Modi front, the man consistently at the receiving end is Rahul Gandhi. It started last week with Mamta's direct offensive on Rahul Gandhi, saying that a Neta who spends so much time abroad cannot be effective on home turf. A jibe apparently invoking Rahul's recent 3-week vacation in the United Kingdom. Then came a blow from Mamta's political strategist, a man who had almost joined the Congress party just months ago.
Will and stamina and determination to stay put till it happens. You cannot just imagine that I'm doing a tweet followed by then a press conference followed by few candle marches here and there and government should be on its knees. It's not going to happen.
If this wasn't bad enough, Rahul Gandhi has now come under attack from Kerala Chief Minister and CPM strongman Pinarayi Vijayan, a regional chieftain from a party that the Congress confusingly battled in Kerala yet teamed up with in Bengal.
ഇപ്പോൾ ഏറ്റവും ഒടുവിൽ രാഹുൽ ഗാന്ധിയുടെ പ്രസ്താവന വന്നു. അദ്ദേഹം കോൺഗ്രസിന്റെ വലിയൊരു പരിപാടി എന്ന രീതിയിൽ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ച ജയ്പൂർ റാലിയിലാണ് ഒരു ഹിന്ദു ഗവൺമെന്റ് എന്ന ആശയം മുന്നോട്ട് വച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഹിന്ദുത്വത്തെ എതിർക്കാനാണ് എന്നാണ്. ഇത് നേരത്തെ മുതൽ കോൺഗ്രസ് സ്വീകരിച്ചു വരുന്ന മൃദു ഹിന്ദുത്വ സമീപനത്തിന്റെ ഭാഗമാണ്. മതനിരപേക്ഷത സംരക്ഷിക്കപ്പെടണമെങ്കിൽ വർഗീയതയോട് വിട്ടുവീഴ്ചയില്ലാതെ നിലപാട് സ്വീകരിക്കണം.
In another swipe at Rahul, Pinarayi's dream of a Congress-Mukt regional front was symbolically endorsed today by Telangana Chief Minister and TRS Chief KCR. By meeting and breaking bread with DMK Chief MK Stalin, the two southern sons appeared to be signalling regional power. The meeting is especially hurtful to Rahul Gandhi, given that KCR had belligerently attacked Rahul Gandhi, calling him a buffoon in the run-up to 2019 for Rahul's decision to tie up with KCR's nemesis Chandrababu Naidu. And finally, the BJP's principal challenger in the upcoming UP election, Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party, has shuddered at the thought of burning his fingers again by allying with Rahul's Congress, following the UP के लड़के disaster.
समाजवादी पार्टी ने कहा है कि जो अनुभव पार्टी को रहा है पिछले गठबंधनों से, अब उस तरह का कोई गठबंधन राष्ट्रीय पार्टी से नहीं करने जा रही है.
तो अच्छा अनुभव नहीं रहा.
वो समाजवादी पार्टी ने जो गठबंधन किया उसका परिणाम और अनुभव ठीक नहीं रहा.
The Congress is indispensable from any credible anti-BJP plan for 2024. The movements are plainly visible. Pockets of vocal support still remain.
हम सब 12 दिनों से महात्मा गांधी जी के चरणों में बैठे थे और आज दूसरे गांधी के साथ चलकर हम यहाँ तक आए हैं. अभी हम देखेंगे कि उसमें कितना है दम. हम लड़ेंगे और लड़ते रहेंगे.
But the continuing series of damaging attacks from so-called friendly forces will need an emergency response. And the Congress will need to get a fix on why its heir apparent has become the larger opposition's target number one. Bureau Report, India Today.
Come to the house.
So it's not just Mamata Banerjee. Even Pinarayi Vijayan in Kerala coming out and saying that Rahul Gandhi is hurting and damaging the opposition's cause. Outside of this broadcast, and I know that you're bound by limitations, Pawan Khera, and therefore there's very little you can say on TV about the problems that plague your party. But here is advice coming from, forget Saket or GVL, who thought they'd build a life in the Congress. Those on the outside can see the problems. It's almost like, if you were to accept it, the emperor has no clothes and the emperor doesn't want to accept that. Those around him don't want to tell him. And that's just the status in which India's opposition party is stuck.
Rahul, you are a victim. You are a victim, unfortunately.
One second, let Pawan speak, please.
Unfortunately, Rahul Kamal, you are also a victim of the kind of misinformation, disinformation campaign bombarded by the BJP and the industry, misinformation industry for the last 7 years. You're welcome to your
How
views.
is that?
As far as
I don't understand. I'm only commenting on
interrupt.
what your
Don't
leader is
interrupt.
doing. Okay, go on, make your point.
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. As far as my opinion is concerned, whether on TV or off TV, I know what I stand for and what I stand against. It won't change. I don't have two faces like many of us in the channels and outside the channels and in politics. So don't dare. I would dare you to challenge me on that. I stand by what I stand by, whether on TV or off TV. So forget that. Now, if there is a particular lobby which is interested in making it Rahul versus all, so be it. We are ready for a fight. Believe me,
No,
we
but
are
what
ready
is
for a
this
fight.
lobby?
And we'll show
Mamata
you the
speaks
results.
of her own volition. No one can make her speak.
I am not.
Pinarayi Vijayan
you
hardly
are-
speaks.
I'm
He
sure
speaks
you
for
are
himself.
I'm
So
sure
you're
you
seeing
are
these
not
ghosts
so
and you're
naive.
seeing these lobbies
sure Rahul
without
Kamal,
holding the
you
mirror
are-
to your leader.
Rahul Kamal, I'm sure, let me hold some mirror to you also. I'm
on.
sure you're not so naive as to say that there are no lobbies at work. If you think there are no lobbies at work,
So
well,
we're only
Nitish
commenting
Kumar,
on
let me finish,
Rahul
boss.
Gandhi for his own
Let me
competence,
finish.
for what he's been
Let
able
me
to do or
finish.
not been able to
Let
do,
me
and for
finish.
how inspirational his
Why you
leadership
keep
has been to the
interrupting
Congress.
yourself also and you keep interrupting me also? You don't let me finish.
Okay, go
For
on.
Nitish Kumar to say that Prashant Kishore was sent to me by Amit Shah. When did you last have a debate on this? What is this going on? Why is Amit Shah lending Prashant Kishore to Nitish Kumar? What is this lobby at work? And you say there are no lobbies at work? So I pity you on for being so naive.
Okay, Saket
Ask
Gokhale, you want to
Prashant
make a
Kishore.
quick point before I
want
wrap
to
up?
ask
Okay, you've
Prashant
spoken
Kishore,
enough,
why did
Pawan.
Nitish Kumar say-
Let Saket and Tom have a quick say before we wrap up. Saket,
Rahul, I want to
your signal's not good, Saket. Let me go
Okay.
across. Go on. Tom Vadakan, final comments. Amit Shah sending PK to Nitish Kumar. Pawan Khera is right. Dal mein kuch kala hai. What is this? He's accusing that there's a lobby actually orchestrated from the behind by the BJP.
Nitish said this. I'm
Rahul,
not
I
saying
would
it. I'm
like
only
to
quoting Nitish Kumar.
also add that DMK was also advised by this so-called businessman that Pawan is talking about. He's been an all India phenomenon. He's advising every political party and he's doing a job. But the message that he is giving is basically, it's grounded. And why we are looking at it, he's not our advice point of time. But what he is saying makes sense. The entire statistics that he's presenting is logical. And my friend Pawan Khera is getting extremely volatile when he hears the name of that gentleman. Point is, let's take it
No, I'm not
logically,
volatile. Why should I be
clinically, and
volatile on a
understand
businessman?
what he's saying, not go and shoot the messenger for what he's saying.
And just
He is
remember,
not
this is
part
the
of a
same
lobby.
mercenary and
He's been
businessman that the
around
Congress
with all
top
parties.
leadership was in talks with to bring him on board and make him a primary member of the Congress party. That deal fell through, and therefore the man who you were hoping could help fix the Congress suddenly becomes a mercenary and a businessman.
seconds.
Pawan, I'm out of time. Okay, 5 seconds.
Just 5 seconds.
Okay.
Sir, we are in touch with several vendors for our election. Now, doesn't mean that we are wedded to them ideologically. तो कोई बिजनेसमैन आता है, प्रेजेंटेशन देता है, हम उसकी प्रेजेंटेशन लेते हैं. Doesn't mean कि अरे साहब वो नहीं हुआ इसलिए. Ask him.
Rashid, where did the deal go wrong? Rashid will have the inside story. You tell us, where and why did the deal go wrong?
No, Rahul, it takes two to tango. So a political party was prepared to induct, and that individual was also interested, and that's the long and short of it. So you cannot take a very skewed wig that one party was keen and other was not, and indeed they were very close to it. And I am telling you now, it's not, you can't rule out anything in politics. What will happen 6 months later, a year later, you have to, see, wait and watch.
So if he is inducted in the Congress later, we'll have to pull out this comment of Pawan Khera and say, why did you induct a businessman? But Pawan's got a wry smile. We'll leave it for when it happens. If it happens, 6 months is a long time in politics. It's been an engaging conversation. I'm not sure much came off it because Rahul Gandhi is here to say he seems to be going nowhere. No one can move him out of where he is, and Indian politics remains in the status that it does. We will track carefully what happens next.